Welcome back, guys. Today we're here with dude out of Madison, Wisconsin. His name is Mill the Rapper. So, Mill the Rapper, tell them about yourself. Tell them what's Madison like for you. Tell them your life story, bro. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Shit, Madison, man, it's like it's not like a big city, but it's like a small little suburb city. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not it's not too much like to do out here as far as like bigger cities got like even Milwaukee. People refer Wisconsin. They know Milwaukee before they know Madison. Madison's the capital. You feel me?
Right.
Madison's like a party city, I'm gonna say, So I grew up on the east side, you know. With every place you at, I feel like we all go through our trials and tribulations, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, Madison, it made me who I am, you know what I'm saying? Like I started rapping as soon as I moved out here. I moved from Minneapolis, you know what I'm saying,
Okay.
with my mom and her. And shit, it was like
What age was that?
shit, like 4, 5. So
Oh,
I've been out here ever since then and trying to put my city on the map. Nobody's broke through the barriers of the game in Wisconsin, I feel like, at all. You know what I'm saying? We got a few upcoming, producers and whatnot, but not like nothing too major that come out the city. So I've always aimed for like trying to be the one to break the city out. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
got you. I got
yeah.
you. With Madison, because I was there for 2 years. So
Oh
with
yeah.
it being with it being so close to Chicago, it kind of has it's a similar vibe almost, but it's different in a way. So like,
Facts.
um, did anything that they had going on over there influence you into making music, or what was your influence when you started rapping?
Influence, I mean, strongly influenced by I want to say like my first hip hop CD I ever listened to was DMX. Flesh and
Okay,
Flesh, Blood is My Blood. So ever since then, like that whole slipping sound, like when he dropped that, I was like,
RPX.
I was a youngin', so I had it on cassette tape. So
Okay.
I'm 28, so it's like
Hmm.
I'm in the middle of like being little bro, big bro. But at the end of the day, I'm still like, I still fuck with the old school shit heavy. So it
Okay.
was like, you know, DMX, 50 Cent. Like I heard 50 before I heard Eminem. So like
Okay.
that's how I grew up. You know what I'm saying? I grew up,
Hmm.
Section 8 housing type shit. So,
Okay.
I was always influenced by the hip hop culture and all that shit. So I started rapping it young. Like I remember having, I want to say, rap battles, like in the playground on in school type shit. So I've
Yeah.
always been in touch with the music. I want to say like honestly, I was probably like the first like rapper, not on some Soulja Boy shit, but like first rapper in Madison, like that was actually taking this shit like, because back when I was rapping, like nobody was rapping. Everybody thought it wasn't like cool. And then I,
Right.
I want to say like I get in high school and shit, that's when it started to be like, okay, you rap, this and that. So, but they already knew I was rapping. I was passing out business cards in like sixth grade with this shit. So like I've always been heavily influenced with the music and doing music at the same time. So I mean, as far as Chicago goes, I mean, like I got family and shit out there. I think that's how it works. A lot of people be like, they have family and they come back through and shit like that. So as far as influence goes, not too much heavily influenced
Got you.
by
Got
the
you.
city or whatnot, but like,
Yeah, I feel like now that I got a little bit of your backstory, your timeline was a little bit before Chicago became what it is
def-
now.
definitely.
So and listening to your music, I can understand like you're a lyricist, so I can see your history and what you do now. So I do want to talk about though, like when you got into music, I noticed that you said you were handing out business cards. That's
Oh,
something that I struggle with is like the business of music. Like I love creating, I love writing. That's what I started off doing. That's what I will do until I die.
Right.
But the business of it, it was the harder part for me to get. So like, were you naturally hustler, naturally like understood how to separate yourself, or like did you have a guide in it, or how'd you figure out your way in putting yourself out there?
Honestly, it was trial and error. You know, I'm still trying to get this shit right.
Right.
Um,
We all
I
are.
knowing that, like, you know, I'm the type that want it now, you know, with everything that I do. So, but with this music, I had to learn, like, you know, it's consistency and also like never giving up on this shit. At the end of the day, you know, the
Right.
business, it comes with it automatically, you know, and like from the learning standpoint of like how to like move off this shit and how to like really like make money or like
Mhm.
actually have some type of revenue added to your whatever you doing,
Right.
it's harder, you know. But I think it's just like I said, trial and error. You know, I mean, I've picked myself up many times with this shit. I just never given up. You know what I'm saying? So I think
Right.
that's one of the main things that I've come across with this as far as business wise, and always learning, like always checking on like the videos or the antics of how you do music, and you know, just there's a bunch of things, and I'm still learning every day with it, man. I'm trying to get my team to understand the same thing too, man. It's not an overnight process, and it takes a long time. Like I've been rapping professionally since 2013, so for me
Okay.
to now just get traction, it shows you like it just you never give up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean that was one of the things Nipsey said, and that I really stuck with because I feel like the reason I connected with Nipsey when I was in like the lowest point of my life, and I
Mm.
feel like he came out with the I believe it was a marathon mixtape where he sold it for $100, and
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I really studied what he was doing in that period of time, and that's what helped me get to at least never giving up,
Right.
because I feel like he was a perfect example of somebody who, like, being from California at the time, I could see that Nipsey wasn't. Uh, we didn't see Nipsey as a superstar when
No,
he was doing what he was doing.
definitely.
Like he,
Yeah,
we were like we were watching what he was doing, but we weren't sure. We didn't get it yet, and so then what really happened with Nipsey was that he just had to keep grinding. He had to keep making sure that he kept coming up with new inventive ways to keep eyes on him, or make sure that he was doing something for his people. And eventually it just started clicking a little bit more and more and more. And then unfortunately, right before he passed, I think that's when his vision started coming together the most.
yeah,
Um,
definitely.
so being that experience, I know that personally, there are times where you're down, but what I usually do is I draw on like one key moment where I'm like, I remember I was doing that song and I didn't think it was gonna really hit the way that it did, but the dude
Right.
came up to me afterward and he was like, that made me feel something. Like I really felt what you were saying. Like, so what are those type of moments for you that kind of keep you going on your track?
Honestly, man, there's so many, but like for instance, like okay, I'll get a message from like somebody from Australia or Germany or just
Yeah,
parts of the world, and they like, I'm not even knowing that they're tuning in with me or it's nothing like that, So, it's always the, oh, don't forget me when you famous, and that
yeah,
that type of shit that keeps me like keep the motor running, you could say. I honestly I appreciate everybody that been, like I said, it's a long process. So
right.
over time, I've had my downfalls where I've been like, actually, to be honest with you, completely 100. This last,
Hmm.
I want to say like 2-3 weeks ago, maybe, I was at my wit's end with this shit, man. I was at this point where I was like, man, this shit's not taking off. I'm investing in this, and that, and nobody's trying to hear what I'm saying. Then I get this little Soldier Boy deal. You know what I'm saying? Like I know his people. So his people reached out to me, such and such. End of the day, you know, I didn't do it correctly. I'm gonna say that on here. I ain't put this shit out correctly at all. And like I said, I'm still learning. So, but for this to happen the way it is and everything that's playing out with it, I gotta say, man, like it keeps me going. You know what I'm saying? Like that. I don't really get paid too much for it. I've been paid for shows and such, but like as far as like the music and streaming, it ain't took off too much yet. You feel me? But as far as the people that genuinely rock with me, like I can sell out tickets and I can sell people my shows and they'll come. That right there to me means everything. So I don't care if 50 or 100 people show up to like a 2,000 max capacity. You feel me? Those 100 people that showed up for me means the world. So that's what I do it for.
So I want to talk about the Soulja Boy thing in a second because I have some questions about that. But first, I want to get into when we first started talking, like interacting on Facebook. You mentioned that you felt like you were starting to change your music and like your message.
Exactly.
And so then
yeah.
I started paying attention. And then I saw some of it, like I see pieces of it coming together. I know it's not fully there. I know what you're working to. But I think part of it is being with the collective that it seems like you're rocking with now.
Mm-hmm.
And so kind of talk about why you made the change, what that means to you, and how the people around you are helping you, or what their purpose or
Right. Honestly, so I don't want to claim myself as no, street rapper, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not no gangster rapper, like none of that. I like making music that is aggressive at times. You know, a lot of the things that I had before all this, like, was more like I'd hop in the studio and just make words rhyme. You know what I'm saying? So from that to like where I am now, I had to switch my mindset up. Like, okay, if they're not listening to that, let me change my flow. Let me change my direction. And let me give them some vulnerable shit. Let me give them some little vulnerability. Let them learn who I am. You know what I'm saying? And now that's what I'm transitioning to. And it's starting to work. Honestly, I'm getting more tunes in and people are understanding that, like you said, it's a process. It's not just an overnight thing. So with all that, it's kicking in. And with the team I got, honestly, Infamous Music Group, they're really pushing the brand and pushing me to new heights and new levels. You know what I'm saying? They got, dope artists on the label and shit. So we'll just keep moving. And I got a manager now, so I'm moving a little bit more professionally, you could say, because when I was just looked on as like a local rapper, not no professional rapper. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going for that instead of, locally or, such and such.
So like I said, I was there for 2 years, and you can't learn everything about a place in 2 years, but Madison ain't that big, so you can learn a lot about it. So while I was there, I noticed that there seemed to be a lot of people who like rapping, but it didn't seem to be a structure for how to get out of there.
Exactly.
So tell me how you kind of navigated that, or like what you're doing to kind of get yourself out of just being a Madison rapper.
Right. I mean, like you said, Madison rappers, like, nobody's been on. Nobody's gotten on. I mean, there's people that are writing for big artists and shit, right? And you get a little public check, that type of shit. But they ain't no, like, you're not known. You know what I'm saying? And so that makes it hard to break through the barriers, especially there's no rappers that come out to Madison to do shows, nothing. So it's like, it's hard. And especially being the capital of the whole state, like, I feel like we should have been past that barrier. But an A&R came out and they sat one of my homies down, and this is what I've been running with. He said that they told him that there's no groups, and if you look at any rapper that popped off, they're in a group. They're in some type of, from Kendrick Lamar got TDE, Lil Baby got 4PF. Like, all rappers that pop off have a group. And with Madison, everybody just big headed. I don't mean that in disrespectful ways. It's just truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's just out for themselves. They want to be the front man, or, you know, and not knowing that a rapper has people behind him pushing him. So if you're all rappers in a group, nobody's pushing a rapper. You know what I'm saying? They're all trying to push themselves or this and that. Right. So it's like the chemistry and all the things that come with being on ain't out here, because nobody knows how to move like that. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the main reason why nobody's really been on, or even any type of level. You know what I'm saying?
So what did you? I mean, because everybody can see that problem. Because when I was there, I saw that problem. You know, Facts. So it's not like seeing the problem is the end of it. Like, what did you do to break through that?
Honestly, like I said, I've been rapping for a grip, and what helped me is because, like, I've had this consistency with being known in the street, and everybody know that that's DJ Rap and this and that. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of helped me take off in a little better standpoint than somebody just coming out naturally. But for people like around the city, they know what's up. So it's like that kind of pushed me in a different way, because when they take you seriously, they start to pay attention. So I think that's just one of the cases with me, is like they're starting to understand that this ain't no just for fun type shit. This is actually real. And so like investing, you know what I'm saying? That's what helped me, is investing, and investing in your craft and investing where you want to go. That can only takes you to the moon. So
all right, well, one of the things that you mentioned is that you kind of took a little break from rapping, or you took a little break to get back to where you wanted to be after you got shot. Yeah. Talk to me about what you want to tell about that situation, or if you don't want to talk about the situation particularly, tell me what happened after that kind of helped you refocus.
No, definitely. I mean, I don't mind. I mean, honestly, it just is what it is. I mean, it comes. I feel like when you sign up for this game, you know, you got to be aware of all circumstances. So, I mean, I charged it to the game, to be honest with you. You know, I don't wish that upon nobody, and I don't want none of that to go down for anybody. Like, none like that. I hate that there's so much violence and killing in this music industry, man, because we got to do better as people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. First and foremost, being a human being, you know? Yeah. But, getting shot definitely put heighten my senses, you know what I'm saying, about just everything to do with life in general. Because when you're stuck in that mode and your back's against the wall and you fighting a ghost, it's like you at this point where it's like, hey, this has got to take off now. So my mindset really changed up to like, okay, now it's serious. Because it was like, okay, now every rapper, yeah, you can rap and this and that, but most of the rappers that get shot, they're dope. They're pretty, you know, they're dope as fuck. Yeah. So that put me in the like, okay, I must be dope. You know what I'm saying? So putting that in my mind and like running with that made me just want to go harder. So, and that's what I've been doing. You know, I did take a little break from shows and just everything, because I had to like, I didn't know who was against me. You know what I'm saying? Right. And honestly, I could care less about it. You know, it's not something I promoted too heavy. Only people around me know that I got shot like that, you know. So
Right.
it's like they'll probably find out with this, it's like I kept
Right.
that real low because I ain't trying to use it no promo or nothing. Like it's just what it is with this. And I've used it to my advantage, and I feel like everybody should turn their pain into a game. So that's what I'm gonna go with that. Like, you know.
And well, first of all, where did you get shot? First of all, if you don't
Oh
mind.
shit, where I grew up at actually.
No, in the body, bro, in the body.
In my stomach. They had to take
Okay.
out some of my intestines and my bowels and shit. But I ain't got no shit bag or nothing. Like I'm straight. Everything I
Yeah.
eat normal. Everything
Okay.
is normal with me. So I'm blessed, man. So
Okay.
few inches though, anywhere else, it would have been over with for me. So shit, I'm
And
still.
and that was kind of what impressed me though. Is like I know if a rapper does, if they drive through a stop sign that they're not supposed to, and they end up getting arrested for it, they're gonna put their mugshot next to their video link. And I ain't seen none of that from you. I ain't seen nothing about what happened, like really,
Mhm.
when I was doing my research. And so like that impressed me because um that's kind of the easy way. It's the easy layup right there. But at the end of the day, your skills and your dedication to the game is really what's gonna carry you and what people are gonna remember you for. So I wanna say I'm impressed with that.
Appreciate it.
Um, what are your motivations beyond yourself? Like, what are you hoping to put out into the world? Who are you doing things for? Like, what's your motivation beyond yourself?
Honestly, man, I got 2 kids now. So I mean, honestly, they pushed me past where I'm even thinking I can go. These and people used to say that to me. I went 27 years without kids, so I
Okay.
was like, I'm looking at every one of my friends. They're like, hey, kids change your life and this and that. And this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just, brush one ear, but that shit's real, man. They put me in a different mode. My grind's different, and I was already a hustler. So like for me to be on times 100 with this because of them, I want to say it's really because my kids, man. They push me to the max, and also my team and my family. I got a good family, man. That rock with me, man. I ain't gonna lie. IMG and CBE, we a family, man. So for sure.
All right. Well, I wanted to get into the Soulja Boy thing. How did that come about? Were there any downsides to it? What was the good and bad that came with that?
Honestly,
'Cause-
yeah. There's definitely, I mean, good and bad and all with this music shit, man. I'm
yeah,
learning, but
always, always.
yeah, it's like honestly, I've been in touch with a lot of like, I don't want to say that he's under them, but like people that be around these big artists per se.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to call him an artist. I don't want to call him an A&R. I don't really know what to call him. But his name Prada. Y'all go check him out on Facebook or whatever. But his people hit me up and saying they got this verse or whatever, and I stepped on the opportunity. Um, I didn't invest as much as I should have, and that's why I say it didn't take off properly. Um, but I invested in what I invested in, and I put it out there because I feel like the world wanted to hear it. Soulja Boy is Soulja Boy, so he gonna get views regardless. And honestly, I don't really do it for views, but like I knew this was gonna get looks. So now I'm feeling like, okay, got the looks. Now they need a backup project. So that's why I'm dropping the EP soon, right after all this. So it's like, yeah, it was more of a marketing move, fucking with them, you know what I'm saying? And shout out Soulja Boys, SOD Money Gang, all the, all the people that played a part in that track, man, for real.
And it's a new track, so it still got time to grow. I saw that it's
Definitely.
up there for your tracks already, so it's already doing a little bit more than, or it's doing what it's supposed to at least. And so there's always still a chance for it to grow even more. especially today things can get remixed, put on TikTok, put wherever, and then
Right.
all of a sudden it's back up. So,
Definitely.
is there anything else that you want to get across? Anything that anybody you want to shout out? Anybody? Anything you want to tell about your future plans? Tell me what the name of the EP you're gonna drop is as well, and then anything else.
Yeah, for sure. I got Down Me Then Crown Me coming out soon. It should be in the beginning of the year, I want to say. We getting all this thing situated. New music video coming for IMG. I got artists like Lil Fade and Kyrie Ra, Gemini on the label. They're all going crazy. They should all be dropping projects very soon. CBE, Soldier, shout out Soldier Boy and them. SOD Money Gang, CBE Solo, my cousin. We've been going crazy. We got a track coming soon, man. So yeah, man. I've been really working on some singles right now. So I got a couple features I knocked out. Shout out Philip Banks. I was just in the studio with bro last night, man. Went crazy. Got a single coming. Yeah, man. I've been going crazy, just working in the studio nonstop. So I got a lot of new shit coming.
Shout out Philip Banks because I always see him working, especially with Madison
Oh
artists.
man,
So.
The consistency. This is where I get to learning shit from, because I got he older than me, he OG. To me, in my eyes, I kick around a lot of OGs. So yeah, shout out Philip Banks, man. His catalog is something different, man. I don't think nobody fucking with him in his catalog, man. It's bars, all that. So we got a track coming soon. So for sure, shout out Philip.
And then we can find you. Best way to find all this stuff is on the YouTube.
Yeah. Go check out YouTube. We're on IMG the label, Instagram, Mill the Rapper, one Mill the Rapper on every platform, Twitter, TikTok, everything. IMG, Mill the Rapper. You can find us. We on everything.
All right, man. It's been good. Good to hear your story. I'm going to be looking forward to seeing where you grow. Hopefully, we can do another interview again soon.
Oh, for sure, man. No, I'm fuck with you, G. You've been going crazy.
Thank you, man. We want to start doing in-person interviews. It's going to be take it to the next level. All right, bro.
Let's get it, man. All right, shout out.
Man. Good hearing from you.